Hey there guys, this is 88 Shadow Angel here, and as promised I brought you the finished painted model of Lorgar Aurelian. Primarch of the Word Bearers, one of I believe the first to turn heretic during the heresy, or at least one of the biggest ones to fall. And so, yeah, where to begin? So as you can see, Fulgrim is now completely finished. Not Fulgrim, Lorgar, sorry. So if I just move that back so you can see all of the base. So there you go. So as you can see, the book has been finished and things like that. So first of all, notably with these fuming skulls, I was originally thinking of doing them up as like a warp flame kind of thing and doing like a bit of glow effect on the base, but I quite like the look of the preferred like a smoke, like you would see at a priest in a church with the I can't think what they're called, but I know they give off the fumes, and I thought it'd be quite cool as to do something like that, since everyone that I've seen do this model has done flame effects and things like that. And I know that because I've not done them before, I couldn't do them as well as they could. So yeah. So I thought I'd go with something that I know I can do. So it's basic purple because I thought it'd be something a bit different on there, and everything else. So just get you in a bit closer to Lorgar. So as for Lorgar himself, I wanted to do something that looked quite standing out. Obviously to stand him apart from the rest of the Legion, and gave him that kind of unique look. Obviously his height will do that anyway, but as I said before, I've always seen Lorgar as that kind of more regal Primarch, so he's a lot more so I think he should look a lot grander, I think, more than some of the other Primarchs. So how I painted the armour was fairly simple, to be fair. It's not, it's not like a highly technical. All it was, lead belcher silver base on top of obviously the black, null oil wash, quick highlighting back of some of the raised areas just to bring the silver back through, and then a very fine violet wash just in the corners and just drags slightly out just to give it that slight purple tint, because I think, like I say, I quite like the colour, the wash purple, and it's really kind of give that overall look that I wanted. Where to next? The book on the shoulder is fairly simple. There's not a lot I do for things like that. Basically it's I'm not sure what it's called now, actually. No. Basically all I do for them is a rack art flesh base coat, and then it is just simply earth wash, which I can't remember. I know it's got earth in there somewhere. And that wash went all the way on the parchments and all the way on the cloak as well, because I wanted to give it that kind of just slightly toned down red. If I just turn it that way, the light kind of gets a better look at it then. But that's just corn red and I believe Wazdaka red over the top, just to bring it out and make it a bit of a flatter red. Then a wash of earth. So then on to the book itself. Same way, exactly the same way as the parchments. Corn red base for the cover, gold bits on the sides, as you can just make out there. Then very finely, and this is probably the best I've ever done this, just a few light squiggles on, with the fine brush, bit of chaos black, and just slowly run it through. And I wanted to give that look of chaos runes rather than actual trying to do words and things like that. So I wanted it to be like a proper chaotic book that obviously he can read and do and stuff like that. And I think it really gives something a bit more to this model. And then then for the head. Now I've had a lot of people ask me how I do my flesh. How I do the flesh colours. It is basically just a run through the Games Workshop flesh colours. There are two ways I do it depending on who I'm painting. What I'm going to do is I'll do a separate video for you some point in the future, showing how I do the flesh and hair, stuff like that. So if I can just close in, hopefully this will work. I do apologise if this doesn't. Oh, come on. There you go. Right, so what I wanted to show you next is, if you look just carefully, you can just notice the runic scribes over his head, which is basically exactly the same way as I did the book. Just it then has Galadriel gold just placed on the inside, and then just use the flesh colours just to neaten it out. And but I think it's come out quite well, because obviously you can see it shine in the light, and if you know at first glance it's not definite kind of a spot. So nice subtle detail, as I'll call it. And so yeah, so there you go, guys. There is Lorgar, or my Lorgar, for you. What I'll do next is I'll bring up a vid of all the Primarchs together, as I seem to end all my Primarch videos with them all together, just to show you the scale with Lorgar and the rest of his brothers. And then there'll also be photos as well, hopefully taken on my new gaming board, which I'll do a thing on as well, which I'll have to send a big thank you out to Templar Crusade 01 for that one. You'll see what I mean when I show it. But thank you again, guys. I'll see you in the next vid. Catch you in a bit. Right, so here we are, guys. So as I said before, or as I said a moment ago, here is Lorgar with his fellow brothers, the other 3 Primarchs Forge World has released. So obviously Lorgar, Fulgrim, Angron and Ferrus Manus. So if I just wheel these round, you can kind of get a sense of how tall Lorgar is. Compared to the others, he's not that tall, to be fair. Angron, as you can actually, as I've just seen it, Angron has gone through a bit of a change over the past month or so. I've decided to slightly tweak him, so as you can see, he now has the 3 Ultramarines around, casualties flying off with the one on his base. I've also redone the blood effects on the axes and the court and the other Marines using Games Workshop's new Blood for the Blood God paint, which is really, really good and works really nicely for blood effects. Which I'm not sure if I can get a close up of that. I'll tell you what, I'll do a vid on it. I'll do a separate vid for that. But as you can see, it comes up with this really nice sort of chunked up looking gore effect on bits and pieces. So once again, as we wheel around, Ferrus Manus as well, and then back to the so there you go, guys. Now as I've heard, I have read the comments, and I thank you so much for reading them or looking at the commenting on them. There you go. Because obviously I asked the question on who your favourite or who you're looking forward to the most with the Primarchs collections that Forge World are doing. And as we know, the next Primarch will be the big man himself, Big War Master Horus, will be the next one up. So I can't wait to get hold of and see what see how his kit is and how he looks and everything, because he just look amazing. And so yeah, so now a lot of people have said Lehman Russ as well. Lehman Russ will be another good one. I'm definitely looking forward to him to go with my pre-Heresy Spaceballs. Magnus is another one, just because I want to finally get a true scale of how big he actually is. And Sanguinius as well for my Blood Angels. Proper official Forge World version of him will be awesome. And so there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the vid, or you know, gotten something from it, or whatever. You know, as always, it's always good to read your comments, and I thank everyone who comments down below. There's also a link over to the Facebook page where you can keep. There'll be a few more photos of these, and you can look through. I'm going to do a proper photo. This is not. I haven't got too many photos of the Primarchs yet, but I'm going to do a proper good photo shoot of them and put them all up on there for all to comment and look at and everything else. You can also check out all my work in progress stuff on there and everything. So next to follow up, like I said, a couple of photos on my new gaming board, which if you've watched any of Templars Crusades 01's videos, it's his old city board that he did for my game of Prospero. He also used it for many other of the Heresy games that he did. He also used it in the Big Terror game as well. Luckily, I was thankful. Luckily, I was able to get my hands on it, and because it holds quite a few gaming memories for me, just to have a bit of sentimental moment there. So I can't wait to properly show that off and show some of the true craftsmanship that he's put into that, as well as getting some really awesome photos of some of my models and stuff on top of on the board. And so yeah, so that's all from me. Once again, thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you so much for watching the vid. I know I tend to ramble, and I do apologise. So yeah, as always, drop us a comment or hop over to the Facebook page and ask us questions and that. I'll catch you again next time, guys. Thank you very much, and keep safe. See you later.